Hello, listener. This is the 30K Q&A. Thank you all for being such an amazing community, and I really I can't believe that it went from like such a small group of people to all this. I'm really grateful of everyone who subscribes and who's ever left a comment. I really do read all of them. And you guys you've kind of changed my life. Positively, might I add. Yeah, so I'm gonna start with the questions. I'm reading right off of the community post. Usually I take them off and I edit them to cut out any repeated questions, but I'm not going to do that this time, so forgive me if there's any repeat answers. Okay. Oh, okay. First one. Do you plan to do a face reveal? / are you comfortable doing a face reveal? I am. I am comfortable with it. I don't know if other people who view my content are comfortable with it. I personally wouldn't really mind. I don't really, it's not that I don't care, but I recognize that some people may not want it, given that they have a concept of how I look in their mind, and they might want to maintain that. I know that that's a thing. But yeah, I'm completely open to it. I would want to gauge interest first to see if people actually, care. But I would probably do like a masked reveal where obviously you can't pinpoint, everything about me. Because I do want to separate my personal life from this. Because it's not fair to anybody to involve, I don't know, that sort of thing. It's too parasocial. But I'm okay with showing you my eyes and my hair and stuff, since there are a lot of questions about my hair specifically. So yeah, I'd be okay with it. What is my favorite hobby? I wish I could do it a lot more, but free diving and just sort of exercising. I enjoy rock climbing. I enjoy surfing. Free diving, if you don't know of it, it's also called apnea diving, which is sort of holding your breath for a long period of time, like scuba diving or extreme snorkeling. But that's probably my favorite pastime, and my only hobby, but it's quite, I don't know the right word, but it takes a lot of time, and I have to travel not a great distance for it, but a decent, 30-minute drive. Yeah, that's about it. Sometimes I just train for the fun of it, doing things called carbon dioxide tables, where you hold your breath for a certain amount of time and you rest a certain amount of time. That's my version of fun. And it's also really good for me because my body goes through a lot of stress with my schedule, and it calms down my heart rate. It lets me sleep. It lets me feel refreshed after either a shitty night or, a hard day. So that's kind of a long-winded answer, but if your life had a theme song, what would it be? There's this one, it's a freediving movie, speaking of freediving, and has a soundtrack by Guidam Fernan, I believe, or Farron. If you look up One Breath Around the World by Guidam, I think, Neri, it should come up. It's very highly viewed video, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find. But that soundtrack is just beautiful to me, and I've spent many a night listening to it. And then also probably Hunter x Hunter Kingdom of Predators. I just really like the climax of that one. Do I have any book recommendations? Talent Code, Daniel Cole, Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, and Effortless Mastery by Kenny Varner. All three of those books are super life-changing and extremely helpful for if you're doing really anything in my mind. They've helped me through a lot of difficult mental spaces, given my career is very strenuous in that way. Where am I from? Los Angeles, in the United States. Why did I want to get into ASMR? I don't know how many times I've told this story, but it initially started as someone just sort of told me, hey, your voice is really nice, I like listening to it. You should think about recording it and having people listen to it. I thought my voice sucked. I still think my voice sucks. Well, not sucks, but I don't think it's calming. But yeah, that's kind of just like my start was just someone said, hey, could you record a video? I'd like to listen to you talk. And I said, okay. And they wrote me a script for it, so these are not serious questions. Okay, thank you for the preface. Why am I so cute? I'm really not. I think I'm about average. Oh, I have such a nice, thank you very much. I said I have a very nice voice. I appreciate that. What is my opinion on Arby's? I've never been. I can't give an accurate analysis of their menu. I've never been there. I really don't know. Another one, why am I so cute? I'm not. I really appreciate you calling me that. It's a big... Maybe I'm getting a big head. I gotta get knocked down a peg now. You guys inflate my ego too much by calling me cute and nice and all those nice stuff that you guys say. How have I been doing? Oh, thank you. I've been well. I have an elevated heart rate right now from overworking, but there's nothing I can really do about that. Because it's like, yeah, I'm overworking. I recognize that I'm overworking, but I also sort of accept that because I inevitably have to do what is laid out in front of me. So what I've done is just sort of accept I'm overworking. There will be a time to rest later, and I just need to manage my heart rate right now. That's why I do the breathing, as mentioned earlier. So I'm okay. I'm not consciously stressed, but I think subconsciously and my body is very stressed right now, which I don't mind. I sort of live in that state a lot, given, again, my career. Could you give me some university tips that would help me stand out and maybe help me make friends easily? I can't. Honestly, I'm not the party type. I don't know if I've ever done an audio where it's like party guy hits on you, but I can't stand parties. I fall apart. I'm very reserved in that way, I guess. I won't go out to a party, even if I'm invited and I know everyone there, just because I know that I don't stick in that atmosphere very well. And I'll leave early, or, it's just, I'd rather stay home and read or something. It kind of ties into, like, what's my type, which I know is a question because I remember seeing it. What pets do I have? I have 2 cats and now 1 dog. I used to have 2. I also used to keep, I think, 20 or 30 fish in different sized aquariums, but I cannot do that anymore. Where am I from? Sorry. In Los Angeles. I told you guys there was going to be repeat questions. What's my favorite book to read? It kind of ties in with my book recommendations. I've been sort of insecure lately about myself and my status. Not status, but like my place in where I am. And I read Effortless Mastery again, or I read some quotes of it that I had previously picked out that I knew I would need for later, and I look back at those, and those really helped me. So I think Effortless Mastery is like, it's just great for me. It's made me so much happier. I was going down a pretty bad path a couple weeks ago. I read the book and sort of started like coaching myself back up, and I'm doing way better now. Who are my top favorite ASMR channels? I very much enjoy, hold on, sorry, you're gonna have to hear my mouse for a bit. Thomas J ASMR, Ellis Audio, Untitled Whispers, Veva ASMR. I'm looking at them on my subscribed list, by the way. Salem Audio and Salem Video. Those are just awesome. Such great creators. Who else? Wholesome. I forgot their name. Something Wholesome ASMR. They're all just phenomenal. Pretty much every ASMR creator is just amazing in their own way, or in their, like, everyone has superb voices. Everyone's great. My favorite holiday. Shit. I don't know. I kind of like October. Sorry, Halloween. October. October's not a fucking holiday. Sorry, everyone. I'm a bit tired. Because I can dress kind of how I want, or I can get away with stuff I normally wouldn't, if that makes sense. If you get what I'm, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Do you like cold or hot places? Dead cold is best for me. My least favorite color, probably a neon yellow. What were my most hated subject and most favorite subjects when I was in high school? Most hated. I didn't have subjects I disliked studying. I really enjoy learning. I disliked my instructors, not as people, but in their teaching style, and as instructors I had reservations with their method. I don't think I had a hated subject. My favorite subject was either environmental science or chemistry. I greatly enjoyed that. Or English. I really enjoy writing. I'm not, the best writer, but I can get by. I passed Lit and Lang APs pretty easily. I got 4s on both. And I had fun with it, which was the funny part. I actually wrote a joke essay that got me a 4 on one of them. It was just me making fun of the author the whole time, and they were like, yep, we're going to give them a 4. Sorry, tangent. But yeah, I enjoy English. I enjoy a bit of science. I used to want to be a marine biologist, but there's not very much money in that. Speaking of money, what is your job aside from this channel? Nothing. This is my job. Or, in essence, it's the thing I can do with the time that I am given. My schedule through the day would be, like, a normal day for me would be wake up, go to university for 14 hours, come home. I have 1 hour to do all of my homework and personal time and eat and bathe or whatever, skincare, I don't know. I don't even know what else. Read. I have 1 hour to do that. I sleep for 8 hours. I wake up. I have an hour to get ready and commute. My next class starts at the beginning of the hour after that. And that is how my days are. Every day. So this allows me, because I can very quickly, I don't know if, sorry, I keep hitting my mic, fuck. I see people say, I really enjoy your scripts. I don't write scripts. Everything in every single video since probably the inception of my channel has been made up. On the spot, I just go, like I'm doing right now. I don't write a script. I'm really bad at reading scripts. I'm not really bad, I don't want to say that, but I'm much more comfortable in this element because I've practiced it so much, just by the sheer bulk of shit I post. Yeah. So it's like, this is what I'm able to do with the time frame that I am allotted, sort of, with my current schedule. And it, from a purely financial standpoint, it is more fulfilling than a normal minimum wage job would be for someone of my current stature in terms of my degree. I don't think I could have a better job. I know that wasn't the question, but I just wanted to toss that in there. It's sort of like, this is my job. It's what I'm able to do. And that's why it's changed my life. It enables me to pay for college, kind of, because realistically, no one would schedule the hours that I have, and it would cut into my sleep time, which isn't good because I kind of need to be on point, given my current circumstances. I can't. It would be very bad for me to make a mistake in what I am doing. Yeah. So yeah, then my job is YouTube. I know some people make fun of me for that. What are my favorite films? I greatly enjoyed Pirates of the Caribbean. I watched those a lot when I was younger and had time. What's funny is since then, I have met the people who recorded the soundtrack, and I've worked with them, which is very surreal. But yeah, that was probably my favorite movie ever. That series, and then it got bad, but for a bit it was my favorite. Still is. What color would I dye my hair? White. Definitely white. Any other color doesn't really suit me. I'm naturally a light blonde, blonde curly haired with blue eyes. I have dyed my hair in the past, purple and blue, and I thought that I looked awful. And honestly, bleaching my hair would damage it and make me really sad, so I don't really think about it too much. Someone actually asked that I mentioned that I have long hair. How exactly long is it? I think the longest strand of it could probably go from the top of my head to let me count second rib. No, the top of my okay, actually, sorry, this is a bad measurement. If you go from your sternum about halfway down the bottom rib, if that makes sense. Sorry, I don't know. If you put your arms by your sides, it's about where your elbows land, I guess. On your chest, that's where my hair goes to. Sorry, that was awful. I'm trying my best. Have I been taking care of myself? Yes. Now that I have extra resources from this channel that I didn't have before, I'm able to eat better than I was and take care of myself in ways I wasn't able to before. Play any games? I play Apex, CSGO, but not anymore. I haven't played them in a couple months because I'm just too busy. Favorite color? I enjoy a grayish blue or a teal. I've always liked those colors. I enjoy gray because it reminds me of an overcast sky, which is the only time I can really go outside without sunglasses on, without risking damaging my eyes, because they are so blue that they lack a lot of pigment, and that causes sort of extra aging. It puts me at a higher risk for intraocular melanoma, which is cancer of the eye, specifically inside the eye on the lining. It's pretty gnarly. It also puts me at risk for premature blindness. But so I wear my sunglasses every day. But when it's overcast, I don't have to. And that's why I like overcast skies. How long do I see myself doing this channel? As long as there are people watching it, I really enjoy it. It's a good way for me to relax at the end of the day. And also sort of dream with you all. Because when I record an audio, I do put myself there somewhat. And I enjoy doing that, and it's relaxing to me. Do I have a favorite food? Yeah, I really like sushi. Sushi and, I was gonna say pho, but I've, not great memories of the people who made me like pho, so I don't like pho anymore, if that makes sense. Not in a spiteful way, but it just sort of makes me sad now. But I used to like pho. I like curry. Falafel. I really like falafel. I don't like beef or pork. I haven't eaten pork in 5 years, something like that. By choice. And I've lowered my intake of beef. Sort of I'll eat beef if it's presented to me. Oh, do you want a hamburger? But I prefer to eat either the vegan option or chicken or fish. just because it makes me feel better, not for any other reason. How tall am I? I am like 5'10" and a half, I guess. I'm not very tall, but I don't know. Favorite place? Under the ocean, as deep as I can go. Or performing. How many languages can I speak? I can speak bits and pieces of many, but I would not say that I can converse in Spanish and English, I think. Maybe I'm being overzealous in saying my Spanish is conversation ready, but yeah. Favorite country? I haven't been out of my country, so I can't say anything but the United States, but I actually don't like the United States, so I'm going to say I like Germany. Kind of. I think they treat, or Sweden, Denmark, Germany, that area treats their artists very well, which I appreciate. Cat or dog? I enjoy cats. They're cleaner most of the time. I don't know. They're more chill. I like dogs because I like it when they will sort of approach you for love, if that makes sense. They'll chase you down, which I like. Favorite ice cream? I like vanilla. Sorry everyone. I enjoy vanilla ice cream. I haven't eaten ice cream in many years though. I wonder if I still like vanilla. I probably do, but that's the only thing that I'm vanilla in. Just saying. Favorite audio? I'm gonna take that as favorite audio to do, and I'm gonna say when I can sort of like be closer to how I would act. I know that a lot of people, or maybe not a lot, but some people say that I do too much shy stuff and too much reverse comfort stuff, but that's what's really fun for me. I know I would get more views if I did normal comfort stuff, if that makes sense. Sorry, I just like kicked my trash can. Or I would like, it's a bigger niche to sit in, like general comfort, but I enjoy doing reverse comfort. Also kind of because it's, a smaller niche, and it's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit more rewarding to me. But bratty stuff, I'm kind of bratty in real life, so tying that in is fun. Not in like a bullying way, but in like teasing your partner is part of the fun. That also means that they have to be, willing to take it and sort of return it, I guess. Why do I do audios? That's a deep question. It started for fun, and I still do it for fun. It just has the side effect of feeding me, I think, because honestly, if it wasn't fun for me, I wouldn't do it even if it paid me. But I enjoy it. I enjoy seeing that I make people happier, if that makes sense. Like, when I get a comment saying, oh, this made me, feel less lonely, I know I'm very good friends with lonely. We'll say that. And giving someone a respite from feeling lonely is one of the best gifts I think I'm able to give someone through the internet. Sorry, that was a little bit too deep. Favorite sport? Freediving. What's my style? I go between wearing short shorts and thigh highs and big sweaters, like I'm doing right now, actually. But I do that's like comfort of my own home. If I'm going out to something that is not career related, I will wear sweatpants or leggings or something, and like a comfy big shirt and a sweater. And then when I'm going to a formal thing, I wear like either tight jeans or like slim pants, and then like a dress shirt, or I like Hawaiian shirts. They feel nice. Do I have a love language? I think physical touch would be the closest for me. Just like it's intoxicating to me, like for real. Favorite time of day? Early morning. Well, it depends on who I'm with. If I'm, well, I don't know. think early morning if I'm alone. Maybe late night if I'm with someone I like. But I haven't, or like romantically like, if that makes sense. But I haven't been in that situation in many years, so I don't even know if I like that anymore. Favorite season, winter, because it's cold. I thrive in cold things. I like diving deep with no wetsuit on. Very nice and chilly, lowers your heart rate, feels good. Did you know that we appreciate you and everything you do? Oh, thank you. I kind of grasp it, but obviously I don't know everyone's individual scenario. I don't know if, like, how much I help people. Because I know it's a spectrum of how much I'll help someone. You know, someone will just view a video and be like, oh, okay, that's cool. And someone will be like, oh, this really helps me feel less lonely. I appreciate that. So I kind of understand that. And I'm glad I can help someone. I'm glad I have some use. What's your favorite time of the day? Oh, sorry, I already did that. God. Shoot. Favorite number? 8,335. That's the serial number on my instrument, so. How often do I go to the beach? I haven't gone in many months, but some days I'll go and just sort of alone and go and swim just to recuperate myself. Am I watching any series? No, I don't have time to. I'll occasionally watch like memes of movies, so that's the closest I'll get. Maybe if there's like something like Yuri on Ice. I've watched Yuri on Ice. It's a good fucking series. Stranger by the Shore, that kind of stuff. I'll watch that genre of stuff. If I watch anything at all. I don't know if I would recommend that necessarily, but mostly because those episodes aren't very long, and overarchingly you can have a different story arc in a single episode, which makes it easier to consume rather than I have to be implored to come back for another hour episode or something. Do I prefer my partner to be taller, shorter, or my height? Physically, I really don't care what my partner is like, as long as personality-wise they mesh with me and they have the vibe that fulfills sort of like me, if that makes sense. Like, if they have the vibe that I like, then I don't care what they are, regardless. I don't care about their gender, I don't care about their height, nothing. If they're, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's confusing or not. What are my kinks, and can I make an audio with some of them? I'm pretty basic. Pretty much just like sub. That's basically it. I don't know if I'd even consider that a kink, just a preference. It's not really something that's super out there, especially not these days. So that's about it. And I like being kissed. I haven't been kissed in many years, but I still remember the last time I was, like it was yesterday. So I'm assuming that means I liked it. Face reveal? Maybe. I've thought about it. I don't know if people would care. I don't know if people want it. But I'm very open to it. How many countries have I been to? 0. Or 1, I guess. I can't say 0. The United States. Who's my celebrity crush? I do not have one. I don't know any celebrities. I don't have any crushes either right now. How old are you, and when's your birthday? I am 18, and my birthday is in August. What is my sexuality? I don't know. I really don't know. People have classified me as a demisexual or demi-pansexual or something, where it's like, I care about knowing them and them knowing me, and their gender is not really a factor to me. I don't like categorizing myself because I think it's limiting, because there's not a single category I fully agree with. Um, so I don't know. I guess I just say I don't know. Um, you know, if I like someone, I like them, and it's not because of their physical appearance or gender. Like, I just don't care. I wish that was more common, honestly. A lot of things could be solved. What is your favorite smell / scent? Sea spray. What are your pronouns? I am most comfortable with they, them, and he, him. Let's see. What's my favorite weather? Rainy or overcast? What is something I really struggle with? Trusting other people in a non-work related way, if that makes sense. So in like a relationship, not that I've had one in a while, it's been quite a long time, but that's sort of a mental scar I have, is that I have difficulties trusting people in an intimate setting. I consider myself more of an introvert or extrovert? Depends on who I'm with. What do I look for in a partner? Their personality. And I'll clarify that sort of. They have to initiate pretty much everything. I'm not going to be typical, like, I will not DM anyone first. Ever. They also have to not, I don't know if this, in the current environment that I'm in, this feels like something that is actually quite exceptional for a partner to have, and it's that they aren't just looking to hook up. I just, mentally, I can't handle that, kind of. It's really bad for my brain. That, like, whole hookup culture is really bad. It freaks me out, and it makes me kind of sad. I haven't participated in it, and I won't be. So future partner, they have to be sort of assertive, and I don't want to say dominant, but kind of, yeah. They have to be more of a top than me, which isn't really hard to do, I don't think. And they have to not leave me, and that's it. Pretty much. Or not leave. I don't know. It's just like, I just don't. They have to stay. If that makes sense. Well, not have to. That sounds too definitive. Like, I just don't want to be thrown away, basically. Favorite composer? I enjoy Jerry Goldsmith, who is now dead, but was very good. He was a film scorer. If you could go back in time and give your younger self advice, what would that advice be? Nobody cares about your career or what you're going through as much as you do, if that makes sense. That's not necessarily true, but say you mess up on a performance. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I wish I had known that 10 years ago actually, that's a little bit too far. 7 years ago. 10 years ago. I'd be a little bit too young for that. But 7 years ago, I wish I had known that, and sort of internalized that better, because I'm only internalizing it now. Which is bad, because that would have really helped me developing. What came first, the chicken or the egg? It depends on what you define as a chicken. If you define the chick inside of the egg as a chicken, so then you have a chicken or a less developed chicken. Or are you saying the egg as in... So the egg is a precursor to the chicken. But so does that make it less chicken than the chicken? Yes or no? In essence, what I'm saying is that something evolved into the structure that we would associate with being a chicken. And that came from an egg. So then the egg itself, after being laid, it's a mutation. Obviously, it had to have been. To be classified as a chicken, it would have had to mutate to be something that resembles a chicken. But then it's small inside the egg. So then it's a chicken in an egg. So then it would be the egg, because the egg came out of something that is related to a chicken, but does not have the specific mutation that changes it to the chicken. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not very smart. I just kind of just said a bunch of words that don't mean anything. I asked you this last time and I completely dissed myself, so we're trying again. How does it feel to have such a quickly growing channel? Do I feel famous yet? I'm not famous. I'm extremely appreciative, and it says that, you know, like, I have such a quickly. I don't think I have a growing channel. I think we have a growing community, if that makes sense, because I really only do so much. I really don't do that much, if that makes sense. It's you guys who make it what it is. What is the secret behind making ASMR, boyfriend ASMR? Listening to a lot of it, and that's basically it. And finding how you work best. I know some people have asked me, sort of like, how do you work best? I'm like, well, I work best improvising everything. Some people I know work best writing scripts. Some people do half and half, where they'll have a skeleton script that they work through. Yeah. I just enjoy improvising. I take things that have happened in my real life, things that I've heard in recordings, and I mesh it all together, and that's what I put out. Funny enough, my intro, sort of like the intro thing that I don't know if a lot of people talk about it, but occasionally I do hear things regarding the intro, as in like, oh, sorry, I'm tired. You know, this intro is so nice. I really appreciate it, and I love seeing that. It's not my idea. Originally, I was watching a Salem audio, and they mention in that they listen to a lot of the same content, if that makes sense. So they'll rewatch a video that they've watched in the past because they know definitively what's going to happen in it, and they enjoy that, and I enjoy that, and I know from experience, as I'm also an avid listener of this kind of niche, that when there's an unexpected thing in there, it's really sad, or it's like it breaks the magic, if that makes sense. That's another reason I keep all my videos gender neutral, and if I do create one that has a defining thing, I will have the other gender included also. I wish that I could create 3 versions of it, where it's the M for M, M for F, and M for A, but certain ones, specifically ones that use terms such as prince or princess, I don't know how to like make it gender neutral, if that makes sense. Monarch. I don't know. Baron. Actually, Baron even has a connotation to a gender, so it doesn't work. Like, I just can't think of. It's not the same as calling someone or being called a prince or princess, and being called a monarch, if that makes sense. So that's why I don't make 3 versions. I could if I would. I'm sorry that I don't. My brain isn't big enough for that. Sorry, everyone. I know I let some people down when I only make 2. Have I ever done script fills? When I first started, I'm always open to receiving scripts, but my promise is that it will most definitely not end up being read like through, if that makes sense. Well, like, I'll read it, I swear. Um, but, like, I'll read it, but I'll also add my own things, because that's kind of just who I am and what I do. I like to add things that are a little bit more off the beaten path. What are some clothes accessories I'd like to try in the near future? I actually have worn a very form-fitting dress that I enjoyed very much so. I don't know where it went, lost in my closet, I guess, but I enjoyed that. I've worn skirts before, but never ones that were mine. So I'd like to get one that's mine. I'd like to get more thigh highs. And I'd like to try on a collar, maybe at some point. But, yeah. Mm-hmm. Do I have any favorite actors or actresses? No, I don't. Sorry. I'm not really part of that sphere. Do any of my friends slash close people? Yes. I talk to them. They're very intelligent with numbers, so I'll talk to them about certain stuff, and I'll try and make content. I'll, like, work with them like a counsel, kind of. Yeah. Oh, someone said, how do you feel about the current direction some of your content is going? I mean, the spicy stuff. So, I know that there is quite a few people who do not like the spicy stuff at all. And I'm sorry about that. I really am. But the effect that they have on my growth as a creator, and they do let me explore places that I used to completely avoid. And I really enjoy that. If I'm being completely honest, I really do enjoy that. And it's very fun. And it makes me feel really bad, but I'm gonna try to balance it, like spicy audio or spicier and then wholesome. But if my living situation changes, I might need to do a lot more spicy stuff, just because of the sheer numbers that it does, and it'll just it'll keep me safe, if that makes sense. Sorry, that's kind of heavy. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Is there anything I'd like to say for people who start an ASMR channel like yours? If you can make it more about having fun than numbers, I've tried to steer away from making it about numbers, but inevitably, it is my income source, and I have to deal with that. But I think that if you're gonna start a channel, do it for fun. Oh, these are cute questions. What is my favorite song at the moment? I've been listening to a lot of Stravinsky, specifically the Pulcinella Suite, as I'm going to be performing it soon. So I've been listening to that, and that's pretty fun. Favorite Disney movie? I like Pocahontas. I've met a lot of people who've worked on that movie in the music department. I really enjoyed the sound. The thing about me liking movies is that it's all the music for me. So like, that's actually a pretty dated movie. It has a lot of problematic aspects, but I enjoy the music of it. So, what's my dream date? Probably with someone who takes me. I really like being driven around. So like, if a girl or boy like picked me up in their car and we went and we got like boba or just some kind of fruity drink. I don't know. Well, not fruity, but just like some kind of drink that you like enjoy over a course of time and not just immediately. Um, and we went for like a walk on the pier, like by the ocean, and then it gets cold on the pier, and you can like snuggle. That's a good idea for an audio. Shit, I might do that. um, but then you like sit together and you hear the waves and you smell the sea and you enjoy your drink and you enjoy their company and you look at each other and you look into each other's eyes and you share a kiss. That would be my dream date. Is that ever gonna happen? Probably not, because I'm too busy. I'm too busy, and I haven't been asked out in a long time. People have asked me out in ways that put me in a bad position, and I really dislike that. I really hate that. Specifically, I think because of societal norms. I really hate the way that it's like, oh, that guy must ask you out. It's like, oh my god, it's so dumb. It's awful. I don't know. They ask, what do you look for in a girl? Well, I'm gonna just broaden that. What do I look for in a partner? I don't look for partners. Or I'll look at someone, I'll say, that person will make a good partner, but I'm not going to pursue them, if that makes sense. I'm going to leave them alone, because being pursued is annoying. And I'm really annoying to people, I think. I don't want to annoy them. So I'll just let it fade. And just not ever ask them. I kind of look for, like, if someone pursues me, that's completely different story. That would be like a very defining factor, like, oh, okay, this person might be right for me. Because I'm very communicative, but meeting someone for the first time, I cannot initiate that, if that makes sense. I have a very hard time doing that. And I guess it's kind of like a confirmation. I need to be confirmed that this person is attracted to me. I do not want to approach them and say, I am attracted to you. I want them to say it back first, if that makes sense. Sorry, I sound so selfish. Oh my god. Sorry. Do I believe in true love? Well, true love is like unconditional. I think some people, yeah, maybe. For me personally, I think for most people, it's like watering a garden, if that makes sense. It's like you water. I've heard that when talking about marriage. You water your garden, and you just sort of like you work with that person together, to create your relationship. And I think that that's more accurate. What would we smell if we hugged you? Probably lemon and like cinnamon. That's kind of how I smell. For the most part. How long have I been working in the music industry? Since I was 16. That's when I had my first studio recording, and my first album that I played on was when I was 16. Favorite candy? I enjoy candy that stains your tongue, and I enjoy sour candy. What would I name a movie or book about my life? Oh my gosh. I think probably just The Journey. I know that's kind of pretentious, but I think that's, everything's a journey. And I firmly believe that. How do I prepare myself when doing an audio? Do I have a preparation before getting into character? Do I cringe listening to myself? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I do. 99% of audios I put out, I record it, I record the intro, I splice the intro onto the front, I add gain. I'll listen to the beginning. If it sounds awful because of white noise, I will add rain sounds to cover up my fuck up. And then I'll post it. And then that's that. Pretty much. That's that. That's just like how it goes. Let's see what else. Yeah, how do I prepare for getting into character? So it's kind of hard for me to explain it. I'll start by making my voice what I would imagine the individual in the audio I'm trying to convey would sound, and then I will go from there. And what I do is I imagine a scenario and I play it out in my head, advanced from what I'm saying. So if I'm saying, "Hey baby, welcome home," I'm already thinking about what the listener is doing and what the speaker is going to do and how they're going to react. And sort of I have that forethought, and then I work through that. And I explain what's happening. I try and lead as best I can. That's sort of how I prepare myself, is I'll think through the beginning, and then I'll record it, and I'll just go. Yeah. Oh, how do I deal with a lack of motivation? And how do I stay motivated? Personally, for me, I have always been taught that I have to do the work to have the fun. So, I have to be prepared, do all the boring shit to be prepared. And then I can go into a scenario and I can enjoy it because I am prepared. And that time and time again has shown me that it's true. So I can look back on that and motivate myself to follow my discipline that I've put in place. Based on previous experiences, I can say, I know that this works. Later, I will be so much happier that I did this. But right now, I just need to tough through it. And that's sort of how I deal with a lack of motivation. Nobody is motivated all the time. It's not possible to be. Everyone lacks motivation at some point. And it's not something that you can necessarily control. It's something that just happens. Maybe you can't control it. I don't know. I'm not you. For me, I can't control it. Some days I'll wake up, I don't want to get out of bed. But I do, because I recognize that every day is a step on the stair towards my goals, and one step at a time, eventually that's a floor. And eventually those floors are, 50 stories. And then you're closer and closer and closer. Every day is another step. You just have to wake up and seize it. I think that's a good question to end on. That's also the last one I see here. So thank you for watching. If you did watch to the end, oh my god, I've been here for 52 minutes. Holy shit. Thanks for sticking around and listening to me say shit and speak, I don't even know, about just random things. And thank you so much for supporting me. I don't think I can really express how much it's helped me. Just thank you all so much. Yeah. So, bye. I don't know how to end this. Okay, I'm just gonna go now. Bye bye.